Hi guys, Bumjamas here. I figured this is probably useful for many of you. I'm going to go over what I suggest the callouts should be for this map.
Game on.
And then also go over some quirks of the map that I think are useful to know. So let's go ahead and jump right into identifying the side of the map, or really all sides of the map. This is troll side of the map. You will notice there's a bunch of trolls on this side of the map, a bunch of troll idols. Hence, troll side. Some up here. You'll find some of these troll guys on the ledge out here too. So, starting from the spawn, I think we call this troll ledge, troll spawn stairs, troll big ramp or open ramp, because I want to call this open. This is troll open over here because it's nice and open. This would be troll closed, and then back around troll closed stairs. There's a big troll idol here. I'd like to just call this their troll idol. And working our way back to the other side of Trollstad. We're now running into what's going to be considered the key or elf side of the map. So this is on the game called elf side. I like key room. So right here we have our key door, troll key door. The map calls this antechamber. I like calling it key. This would be troll key stairs. This would be key 1. And this takes us out to the key ledge. Now again, this is elf side, but I think we call it key or elf ledge. I like key. I like keeping things all key side. But let's go here to the middle. I think we go from key 1. This is key 1. Key mouth. And if this is key 1, I want to call this key 2. All the way up, this is key 3. So that's how I want to divide up the map. So let's continue on through the key room to the what's going to be considered the dwarf side of the map. Just like the troll side, there's going to be these dwarf statues everywhere. This would be dwarf key ramp. Dwarf key 2. And let's work our way through the spawn here, just like the troll side. We have dwarf spawn stairs. Up to dwarf big ramp or dwarf open ramp, dwarf open, dwarf closed, and then dwarf closed stairs. All the way over to the dwarf idol. And again on the ledge, you're going to see there's dwarf idols, pictures. This would be dwarf ledge. All right, so we've now seen the troll side, the dwarf side, the key or elf side. This is not the human side. This is actually broken side. So this would be broken side. I think we call these broken, their broken ramp, our broken ramp, or troll broken ramp, dwarf broken ramp, something of that nature. But let's not go up to the top of the map yet. Let's go in the middle here. This is the ring. So we have the artifact. We have the ring. We have the ring bridge or the key bridge into the key mouth. For now, this is the basement as far as I'm concerned. Everything is just kind of the basement until we get better callouts, or we really get more familiar with the map. But this is the basement. This is basement mouth.
30 seconds remaining.
That is going to be troll basement stairs, because this takes us up again to the troll side, the troll spawn. And then we have the dwarf basement stairs. Now this one's a little different. I think we call this like dwarf elbow. Dwarf basement stairs elbow. There's this giant, this is unique to this side of the map, there's this big elbow space.
10 seconds remaining.
So, but yeah, dwarf basement, dwarf spawn to the dwarf basement stairs, dwarf elbow, down to the basement mouth. Alright guys, let's finish out the callouts for this map. That's pretty much everything but the top side, so let's go ahead and work our way to the top side. Quick refresher though, this is the troll side. This is the elf or key side. That is the dwarf side. That is the broken side. Start off on the broken side and work our way up the troll broken ramp to Gateway Island. Now the game calls this Gateway Island. I like Gateway. I think Gateway is a good call out. We go to our Gateway stairs. This is back gateway to Gateway stairs. This is top of Gateway. So pretty straightforward. Now just like we discussed before, that's dwarf side, that's troll side. Well, that's what these things are called. Here you're going to have your Troll Temple Island and your Dwarf Temple Island. We can just call it Troll Island and Dwarf Island. You can call it Troll Head. This is giant troll skull. Inside the troll skull, You know, that's up to you. The Troll Temple Island, Troll Island. This is Dwarf Island. I like Dwarf Island. Top of Dwarf Island. This side is pretty simple. You got your Dwarf Island. You got your gateway to your Dwarf Island. Top of Dwarf Island to your score zone or your helipad or your VTOL. RNA score zone. I like VTOL, I like helipad. Dwarf score zone, RNA score zone. You know, a lot of options here. I think they're all pretty straightforward. This would be like back Dwarf Island. It's pretty simple. Let's cross the map here and go to Troll Temple Island. Troll Island, Troll Head. Now the game calls this Pinnacle. This would just be like Lineage Score Zone Ramp. You can call it Pinnacle. Call it Score Zone Ramp. Can't really think of much else. You can call it Top of Troll Score Zone. But I like Lineage Score Zone Ramp. I like Pinnacle. Either are fine. And then lastly, again, this is key 3. Lastly, this is going to be, this is on top, like on top of their elf idol. Sorry, top of their elf idol, on top of the other elf idol. These are the 2 elf idols. But lastly, this is something people can get to with Gust Glide. But might be able to just get up here this way too. But this is top of like the elf statue, very top of the map. Whatever we want to call it. I'm not sure. But that's that. This giant pillar here, you are not able to get on top of. So it's not something you have to worry about. I'm not sure what we want to call this. If anyone's sitting on this. This is like the floating wall. I don't know. We'll have to think of something if people actually take advantage of it. But this is like their floating wall. And that's the callouts. One last thing I don't think I mentioned actually was like this ridge. I want to call this ridge or something. This would be the dwarf side, so like the dwarf ridge, the broken ridge, the troll ridge, the key or elf ridge. Something like that. So let's go ahead and get into the quirks of the map.
Lineage wins.
Alright guys, so I want to get into the kind of unique parts of this map, some of the cool, nerdy, quirky things of this map. So let's start off by going straight to the ring here. So one of the coolest things of the map, in my opinion, is that this map has the only essence generator. This giant blue beam takes little health. This gives you essence, which I think is fantastic. I'm sure I've told many of you this already. Another thing is if you throw a grenade or an anti-magic generator into it, you'll see it slings it to the floor very quickly. And that's whether it's essence generation or throwing nades or mags, it's down below, that's up high. It's all of this blue beam. So down here as well, maybe we'll see some dwarf players play down here. Give yourself a little essence, move on with your day. But I think that's cool. Another kind of unique, interesting thing on this map is this wall here. If you have your glider activated, you can actually lean up against it, and you will stay in place. It's actually pretty bizarre. So my glider's activated, I'm leaning up against it, and I can actually get up above this ridge, and I can have like this weird head glitch, or whatever, have this weird angle on the map. So that's cool. It's unique. So you can just glide into it, you just stay on it. Your glider just has to stay activated. Another thing is going to be this. Dwarves can glide down this in here and fall in basically into the side of the rock. It's like getting out of the map, you're just stuck on the rock. You can't shoot anyone, they can't shoot you. You can see everybody though. Something we'll probably have banned. You can't do that. It's kind of cheating. But it exists. Just want to make sure everybody's aware so nobody's blindsided, because some of us know it, some of us don't. I want to go over some of these tele lines. Out here on the dwarf ledge, to get down to that dwarf elbow, there is a teleport line here. This continues, as you can imagine, over here. Just, pay attention to what the map looks like, be a little creative. But you can get down here in these staircases, and you can get out onto the ledge. This here should just be a straight through teleport, as we're not on the troll side. So something again to pay attention to. There's going to be teleports like this, so you can get out on this ledge. If you want to go back, these are of course going to be extremely useful.
30 seconds remaining.
So, you know, just take a look at the map. The teleports are very straightforward and very simple. I don't think you're going to have any problems with it. If we go to the top of the map, on the gateway and these eyes, the dwarves can actually fit all the way in them and hide in them and go all the way through them. It's pretty cool. Again, you can get to the top of that statue with Gus Clyde. Pretty neat. Also, from this score zone, you can jump through this. Oops, and you can go through that hole and land on this other side. So, probably not the most useful thing in the world, but it exists. So just be aware. So I want to demonstrate how we get on this statue. It is a Gus Glide. That really is it. So this is something you can get on top of. I don't think this is the most practical thing, but you can. Again, you cannot get up here. It's been tried by many of us, including myself. So unfortunately, you cannot get up there. A lot of things like this crack, you can actually shoot through this crack. Again, not the most practical thing in the world, I know, but this thing does exist. So just be aware of it. Now, as you know, you guys can all fall off the map, but there is this, something that's interesting. There's this invisible barrier that's on the map that throws you back to the map pretty aggressively. It's all the way around the map. It's all the way up. So again, not exactly the most useful thing, but it exists. Be aware of it. If you wire glide into it, it sends you back even more aggressively. It's pretty cool. All right, so another thing I'd like for everybody to at least just be aware of. Now, this applies to all maps, but it's going to come in handy, I think, here on Maelstrom. With the anticipation of everybody using EV, right? We're all expecting there to be a lot of EV use. There's one specific thing I'd like you to know. So EV, when you activate it, of course, scans for enemies. There's nothing new about that. We all know that. But some of you may not know that there's a passive feature built into Enhanced Vision EV. What it is if their enemy team, if somebody has EV as well, every time they activate it, whether I activate mine or not, every time they activate their EV, they will pop up on my screen. I will see them as a red dot as if I was EV pinging them. And what's important here is if you have smoke maps and the enemy team is EV pinging and you're outside his 15 meters, he won't be able to see you because of your smoke. But because of the passive ability on your EV, you will see him. Now, you won't see his whole team. It's just the individual that's pinging, activating EV. But as a counter to EV, especially these guys that constantly spam it, have smoke mapped, map your EV, and don't activate it. And you'll see this guy and he will not see you. So just a thought. I'm going to finish this video at the end with some glider artifact tech that I found a little while back that I think is useful on this map as well. I hope you enjoy it. Leave a like and a comment if you could. Otherwise, thanks for your time, and let's keep testing out Maelstrom.
Has possession. Artifact drop. Artifact taken. RNA has possession. Artifact drop. Artifact taken. RNA has possession. Artifact drop. Artifact drop. Artifact taken. RNA has possession. Artifact drop. Artifact drop. Artifact taken. RNA has possession. 30 seconds remaining. Artifact dropped. Artifact taken. RNA. Artifact dropped. Artifact taken. RNA has possession. He has possession. Artifact dropped. Artifact taken. 30 seconds. Artifact dropped. Artifact taken. RNA has possession. Artifact dropped. Artifact taken. RNA has. Artifact dropped. Artifact taken. RNA has possession. Has possession. 10 seconds. Artifact drop. Artifact taken. RNA has. Artifact drop. Artifact taken. RNA has. Artifact drop. Artifact drop. Artifact taken. RNA has possession. RNA wins.